welcome to Steve Taylor's High School Stars of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi here with Tom Cole, Terry Crosby, and oh wait, no Steve today. Boss is out of town, so we got the show, we got full control. But we got two amazing teams. We've got Ottawa Hills football, and then we've got Perrysburg girls tennis. Tom?
Nick, great open, but you know, everything's off here a little bit. We got Cross in the middle,
Yes.
which usually Steve is there. So it's kind of throwing everything off,
Right.
but we'll get it done. Good segue, Nick. Ottawa Hills has a good team this year. They're 4-1, the Green Bears, and they have a quarterback, guys. Chase Miller. I had a chance to interview him a while back on BCSN. Great kid, great academic student, and a great community guy, positive in his school. But they played Erie Mason last week. And oh, by the way, you'll appreciate this, Cross.
Right.
Oh, by the way, he only threw 6 touchdown passes. And I thought to myself, well, if I took my whole career as a quarterback, grade school at St. Pat's, St. John's Jesuit, Ohio Wesleyan University, and a little semi-pro, I don't think I got 6 touchdown passes. He did it in one game, and Ottawa Hills had a big victory, Cross, 54-14.
You know, the amazing thing about Ottawa Hills this year, they've gotten off to a really, really great start. They are 4 wins and 1 loss.
Oh, wow.
And I am super, super excited for them this year because a good family member, Mr. Brandon Carter, he is the head coach this
First year head coach there.
First year head coach there this year. So he's gotten off. And also he's the head coach for their baseball team as well.
He's a great young man.
Great guy, great motivator.
What year is that
Go win
quarterback?
this.
I think he's a senior this year.
Oh, he's a senior.
I think so, because I think I interviewed him a couple years ago when he was a sophomore, I believe. So I think he's a senior. But he's, you know, some kids when you talk to them, and it comes out in the interview. You know, you've done this enough. Nick, you've done it enough. The camera does something to a person when you interview them. you know who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? It kind of reveals. Yeah, it reveals who you are. And this young man had that. Charisma.
Right.
You know, yeah.
And is he a senior this year?
I think
by
he
the way?
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he looks like he has a bright future.
Yeah. If he wants to play football in college, for certain. Yeah.
Nice.
Next up, girls tennis for Perrysburg, undefeated, right?
Yeah, Nick, and right down the road, Cross, with us, and you know, Perrysburg has elevated their athletic programs. I mean, like every season, we're talking about Perrysburg, which is incredible. Their tennis this year.
And Boss's daughter plays.
Well, that's why we were going there. They're the ladies' tennis team in Perrysburg, 12-0 overall. So I'm not that smart, but Cross, I think that's pretty good, right?
Yes.
12-0? Okay.
12 wins, no loss.
Yeah, hadn't lost any game. So, and 8-0 in the league in the NLL. And then in follow up on Nick's comment, Amelia Taylor, remarkable talent, great young lady at Perrysburg. Steve's wonderful daughter, and she's done a great job this year.
And you know what? We really admire her because what you have to remember, she's coming back her senior year after quite a serious injury, I believe, last year. She suffered an injury last year.
Did.
And, you know, to rehab and get that ready and get strong again and to play the way she's playing this year is absolutely wonderful.
You know, you're such a great student athlete, Cross. Nick, that's a really wonderful point. When you're an athlete and you're injured, people don't understand what goes into that. The rehab part.
It's the mental thing.
And then the confidence of when you step back out there, can you still do it? Can you still play?
Right.
Am I going to be what I was before? You know, all that runs through your head. So give her a lot of credit.
And you know what, Tom? I mean, you'll know this being a great former quarterback yourself and Nick yourself down at OSU or coaching or whatever you do.
Not a quarterback.
It is a mental aspect.
Yeah, the mental part. Yeah.
When you're injured and you have to rehab and come back from injury, you just never know how you're going to perform once you are back.
If you want, you know, horrible injury to a great back, Nick Chubb of the Browns.
That was so
and you
sad.
never, you know, you were a great
That
running
was so
back.
sad.
But you never want to see someone hurt like that. But I'm telling you, say he rehabs it, they put it all back together, and they put him on the field.
He may never be the same.
Right, they put him on the field, and they say, okay, you're good to go.
Right.
I'm telling you, that's going to be a process to say, take a hit on the knee, take that first contact. Is this going to work for me?
Yes.
That was the same leg and same knee, right?
Yeah. And then the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. You know, with the quarterbacks with an Achilles, Dan Marino had it toward the end of his career, and I'll tell you what, he was never the same. He had absolute no mobility. He couldn't step into the throws.
Baby a little bit.
Yeah, so some of those injuries you never get over. Hopefully people will, but it's...
And you know what, T, I'm glad you brought up Aaron Rodgers because that is a prime example of when you become, I'm not going to say old, but more mature. you are so.
That's what we are, mature.
Yes,
Nick tells us that all the time.
Yes.
Ancient.
We're old, brother. But yeah, that was a prime example of your body can't sustain what it used to.
Yeah.
Because really, he had to stretch the Achilles or torn the Achilles.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
I didn't even see how did it happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they did a slow motion on his leg.
Right.
How you stepped in.
Yeah, and the guy, how many times in football, and you know this, you're a great football player,
Right.
you get hurt more often with the big bodies falling on you. It's not necessarily the hit.
Contact.
You get the 300-pounder falling down on you and then pushing you into the turf, which is like concrete a lot of the times.
Right.
So Aaron got turned a little bit. The body falls on him. He's on the way down.
Okay.
His foot stuck in the turf. You know, you get that good traction.
Right.
That's a great thing.
Right.
It's a bad thing when somebody's hitting you because your foot sticks and it stays, right?
Yeah.
On grass,
And it's
it
taking all
releases,
that,
right?
yes.
So when he's being twisted down by this 300-pounder, you could see the back of his leg. They put it in slow motion. His whole calf muscle was going like this. The Achilles was tearing away, and he knew it the minute he hit the ground. He didn't even try to get up.
And the sad thing about it, I mean, I was playing basketball many years ago with one of my son teams, just trying to prove to him that I could still play.
Yeah.
And that didn't work
What'd you
out very
pull?
well. That didn't work out very well. The second game that I played, it was I didn't tear my Achilles, but it was a stress.
You could tell us something bad was going to happen. Did you tell
Something bad did happen.
you tell your wonderful son and daughter that the pro team we have in town that you're on the board of the pro team? We gave your dad I think it was a minute 20 contract. The dad would come out on the court for a minute and 20 seconds
And jacket.
Figured he'd get a couple of shots up before the body started to shut down.
Right.
Short time.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up our show today. Congratulations to Ottawa Hills and Perrysburg girls tennis team.
Yep.
So, and thanks to Marco's.
Yep.
Yes.
Almost forgot about them.
Can't
Large
forget Marco's.
pizzas to all our winners. So we appreciate
Yep.
your guys' support, and hopefully the boss will be back next week. Thanks.